Hey, I am 49 years old. I had laser liposuction and I am not ashamed to say it. So this is my 10-week update. I was supposed to do an update at 1 month, but here we are at 2 months. But all good. I'm feeling amazing. But I really wanted to do this video because I've gotten a lot of questions on Instagram. Every time I post, I get questions, and people are nervous just like I was before I got it. It took me probably about a year to even decide to do this because I was so nervous about all the bad reviews and all the bad things that I've heard about it. And I was just like afraid of any of that. So I didn't even go for a consultation because I was like, I let all the negative stuff get into my head. And here I am, so excited that I did it, and wishing that I had done it a year ago when I was first thinking about it. So let me tell you what I had done. Again, I'm 49 years old, so I'm going through perimenopause, and I had like this crazy menopause belly. I'll put video up on screen so you can see, like, I had a top part of my belly and then the bottom part, apron belly. I had 2 C-sections, and nothing I did help this go away. Like, I was working out all the time, I was eating right, lots of protein, drinking lots of water. Like, nothing made this belly go away. The rest of my body looks fine. It's just this belly, and you can't really spot reduce unless you have it removed with a laser. So I decided, you know what? This is going to greatly improve my quality of life. So I want to feel good in my clothes. I want to look good in my clothes. I want to look good without my clothes. And this is the one thing that's going to help me do that. So I had laser liposuction at Sono Bello, and they removed fat from 4 areas. So it was my upper abdomen, my lower abdomen, my waist, and my back bra roll. So that helped define my waist a little bit more, and I didn't have like the hanging belly anymore. But because I had all the fat removed and there was so much skin, they also had to do skin removal surgery, which is what they call their ab EX or tummy tuck alternative. So they had to remove the skin and then tighten it down so that I didn't have like extra skin hanging around. So at your 1 month appointment, you will talk to a nurse. And that's another thing. You don't actually talk to your surgeon after surgery day. So you talk to them at your pre-op appointment, and then you see them obviously on the day that the surgery happens, but you don't see them again. You usually only talk to nurses. So my 1 month appointment I went to, and I was with the nurse, and she was just kind of walking through what my progress looks like. She showed me photos and videos or show me photos from pre-op, from 1 week, and from 1 month, so you can really see the progression of all of that. I'm gonna add a bit of that here. I just want to check your incision, which it looks like it has enough strength. Awesome. I want you to, I'm going to give you a tape today. It's called Mevitac tape. And it's pretty much a silicone tape that goes along your incision, and you can put it on your belly button as well. You might just have to cut it into like little smaller strips. And the silicone of the tape, it's going to go through the layers of your skin. It's just going to help with the appearance of your scar. Okay? So we can get started on that. The belly button, you might not be able to do the tape right away. We might just have to have you use a silicone gel, which is fine. It's a topical gel that you just dries over the skin. Because if we suffocate it too much, then it could open at some of the incisions. Mm-hmm. So with the tape for now, you can use it pretty much along the entire scar, except for this middle part right here. I just want you to use a silicone gel over that, okay, and just let that heal. Okay, but otherwise everything looks very, very just good. Here to here. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, like here to here. I'll give you the tape, and I'll show you how you can put the tape around the belly button. But if it's not working for you, you can just use a gel. It's the same type of thing. Just sometimes the tape is a little bit easier to use because you can put it on for 3 days at a time, and then you could use that same strip for 3 days in a row, and then come switch it. Shower? No, but I do recommend to take it off before you shower. You could just leave it on the counter, and then when your skin is dry, you can put that same strip back on. So just so you know, you're still cleaning the incisions. Okay. Okay. But everything looks good. You don't
have too much scar tissue, that's fantastic. And you feel okay going from standing to sitting, sitting to standing positions?
Yeah, like for the last, well, maybe the first 3 weeks, it just felt tight standing up, and I don't feel the tightness anymore.
Okay. All right, that's good. So I want you to start to slowly go back to physical activity. Like, I don't want you to, like, just jump in and, like, if you're lifting weights at 4, don't immediately jump back into that.
I'm getting weak. It's been a month.
But start slow. Start with body weight. Start with, like, stretching. You can have a seat. Start with body weight. Start with stretching things. You know, you could do yoga. Start slow. Start small. And then you can build it up as you get more comfortable.
Okay.
So you're going to start using the Mepitac tape. I'm going to send you a link for a silicone gel because we don't have any. We only offer the tape version, so I'll send you a silicone gel that you could give a try. And that's for the aesthetic of your scar. The more consistent that you are with those things, then the better it is going to go for the incisions and how they look by the time we get to 6 months, maybe a year post-op. Okay? Also, the garment. Do you feel like it's getting loose, like you need a smaller size? No? Okay, good. So just make sure at all times that the garment is nice and tight and snug, because you don't want the swelling to get too out of control, because if it does get too out of control, then it can, you know, leave the swelling to turn into calcified scar tissue, and we don't want that to happen. Right now, it doesn't feel like you have a lot of swelling or a lot of scar tissue, so that's a good sign. I do see that you also were scheduled for a few balancer as well, so that's also really great. Lymphatic drainage massages in the beginning, and then you can progress to a little bit more deep tissue massages as the healing process goes on. So usually about 6 to 8 weeks post-op, if you feel comfortable, you can do or get more intense massages. So you'll come in for your 3-month follow-up. That's going to be like your halfway check-in point of, all right, you're halfway through the healing process, because it takes a full 6 months to heal. And then once you're at that 3-month mark, it'll just be getting updated weight, updated photos, how are we feeling overall about the results. And then when you come in for your 6 months post-op, that's when we'll see the full and final before and after. Okay?
I already feel great. I already feel like I look great.
Good. You do. You already look really good.
I can't even tell you how much this has already changed my life.
Yay.
Like, seriously.
No, that's so exciting. I love that. That makes me happy to hear that.
Yeah.
It's the little things that make it, you know.
I'm going to bring this closer.
Yeah, I want to show you the before and after. Pre-op, and then this was today that we just took. So you see where, you know, all that skin is gone. You know, you have a lot more of a shape. You know, your waist is coming in, but you do have a lot of that swelling that's down here.
Right.
And, you know, some scar tissue down at the bottom as well. Here. Do a comparison of your 1 week versus today, so you could also see how even.
Oh, wow.
And this is the type of progress that you'll see throughout the healing process. Even when you come for your 3-month and your 6-month, we'll even compare the post-op so you can see the transition of just how it really does take time. Because even from your 1 week to today, how much of a difference that there is.
And that 1 week, I was like, oh my God, this is amazing.
And then it only gets
better.
So even when you come in for your 3-month, it will look even better.
So one of my biggest fears when getting this done was recovery. I wasn't necessarily nervous about the procedure itself. I was more so nervous about recovery and all the things I heard. I heard you have itchy skin and that you can't really get to, and numbness and leaking and the soreness and the pain, like so many different things that you hear about. And I was just like ridiculously nervous about all of it. And I'm really here to say that it's nowhere near what I thought it was going to be. Yes, I had super itchy skin for a little while. Yes, I had extreme soreness the first few days. Yes, I was leaking on the first 1.5 days. But looking back on it now, that was 10 weeks ago, and it literally feels like it was 6. Like I don't remember what it feels like, because it was such a short time, but also it just feels like it was so long ago, and it's only been 10 weeks. So now that I'm at 10 weeks, I am living my life as I was before even having the surgery. I wear my compression garment only about 12 hours a day, and sometimes I'll wear it 24 hours, 22, 23 hours a day, taking it off the shower, and then I put it right back on. But for the most part, I don't need to wear it all day long and all night long anymore, which is nice, but sometimes I feel like I feel more comfortable wearing the garment, so I'll just kind of have it to make sure that I stay snatched, because we don't want this fat to come back. Okay, I think the biggest change for me, outside of physically obviously, is just how confident I feel. Like the fact that I can just put on anything now without feeling like, oh, how am I gonna stand in this to make sure my stomach doesn't show, or can I cover this up with something, or should I pull my pants up a little bit higher so that my belly doesn't hang over. Like, I don't have any of those issues anymore, and it's like I don't even have to think about any of that when dressing, when posing, when doing videos, any of that stuff. Like, it's just not, it was so second nature for me to think about how am I going to pose when I take this picture to make sure that my stomach isn't protruding? What angle do I need to be at? Or what jacket do I need to wear over this? And to not have those like constant thoughts all the time it's game changing for me, really. It's been such an emotional shift to feel confident no matter what. And that's the thing, it's like I was always confident. I was always wearing things that made me feel happy and joyful. That's why I wear a lot of color and print. But there's just a different, for me, there's just a different level of confidence when I don't have to think about my stomach, because that's something that was really, really a sore spot for me. And so I know they're coming. So let me answer the questions that I get the most. And the first question I get is always about cost. How much does it cost? And I know you hate hearing this answer, but it's really different for every person. Sono Bello bases their cost off of BMI and also what areas and how many areas you're going to be getting done. So I'll put up a little screenshot here of how they calculate the cost. It's a range for each area for laser liposuction, and then there's also a range for the ABX or tummy tuck alternative. And once you go in for your consultation and they do your weight and the height and they take your BMI, which is a sham anyway, BMI is a sham. But anyway, once they do all of that, then they'll be able to give you an accurate pricing. So like I said, it's going to be different for everybody. I always get asked if it was painful and did I sleep or was I wide awake during the surgery. So they give you medications. They don't put you to sleep because it's only local anesthesia for whatever area you're going to be getting done. Since I only had my abdomen done, it was only anesthesia here. So I wasn't put to sleep, but they do give you some medication to make you drowsy and also pain medication and all of that. So I fell asleep. I was so relaxed. I did feel a little bit of pain in the beginning, like maybe a 4 or 5 out of 10 when they were doing the numbing process. So I felt that, and then within the first 15 to 20 minutes, I was out. And my procedure lasted, I think, 3 hours, and I was asleep the entire time. And really, when we were done, I was like, what happened? It literally felt like 30 minutes because I was knocked OUT. And like I said, for the pain, I only felt that pain in the beginning when they were doing the numbing process. I keep pointing back here because that's where I remember feeling the pain in my back area. And then once I got to the front, I didn't feel anything or I was asleep. Afterwards, they do give you some oxycodone and what else for pain? Well, the oxycodone for pain, but I didn't like it. I took one and I just felt really just out of it. Very woozy, like could barely stand on my own, and I did not like how I felt at all. So I only took it that one time. And after that, I just took Tylenol for the pain, and it wasn't like really, really bad pain for me. Mind you, I had a C-section, 2 C-sections. That pain was absolutely horrible, and this did not compare to that at all. It was very sore. My stomach was extremely sore, and that lasted a while, probably a good week and a half, maybe 2 weeks for the soreness. Um, and it would kind of slowly go away. So it wasn't like at a level 10 soreness the entire time, that entire 2 weeks. It was kind of like dissipating as the days and weeks went on. Um, I was back to like making the kids lunches and taking them to school by Friday. So I had my surgery on Tuesday, and by Friday I was walking the kids to school. So the tummy tuck, they don't do a traditional tummy tuck where they cut through multiple layers of skin. It's like just top layer. So, it's not as long of a healing time with that type of surgery. And people always ask me, was it worth it? Do you feel like it was worth it? And I will tell everybody 100% every single time, definitely worth it. I mean, like I said earlier, the fact that I feel so much better, my body feels better. I look at my body and I smile now no matter what I'm wearing, and I'm like trying on all different kinds of clothes. It's such a difference. And I mean, I'll put up before in a pair of jeans that I liked, but you can see my stomach is like hanging out over it. It was uncomfortable. Like I could barely even wear jeans because they were so tight around my stomach. And now the same pair of jeans I can wear, and I can button, I can zip with no problem, and there's actually room in it so I could be comfortable wearing these pants. So that truly life-changing for me. I've heard people talk about like itchy skin. I see that's something that some people kind of deal with, and I will say that I dealt with it a little bit, not to the extent that I've seen other people though. So a lot of times when you are doing something new or your blood is circulating, like when I first put on my stage 2 compression garment, my body wasn't used to that. So that was the same day that I walked the kids to school. So on my way home, and I tell you, my skin was itching so bad, my abdomen was itching so bad because just the blood circulation and the compression and all that happening at the same time with the walking and the compression, it was just like, Michaela, you need to sit down. Like I had to take the thing off and just kind of rub my stomach because it made me so incredibly uncomfortable. But I think after that first time of wearing that compression garment, my body had to get used to wearing that thing. And I think after that first time, that's when it stopped for me. I wasn't really having like that crazy itchy skin. I do have some lumps still, like right here in my lower abdomen. It's a little lumpy, and I probably need to go for a few more massages, and that will heal that and make that get better and flatter, which I've actually noticed because I went up to an appointment a few days ago because the lumps were a little bit bigger, and I have this little home massager that I've been using, and I noticed that after using that, it's gone down considerably just within the last 3 days. So that is definitely a plus. And I think if I get professional massages, maybe like twice a week or something like that, it will go down even more. I do want to say this though. I don't think anybody needs to do this to feel confident. I don't think anybody needs to do this if you hate your body, because if you hate your body, then you need to work on loving your body before anything else, before doing anything, because our bodies are so important. And for me, I've carried 2 babies, and I do all these things for my family, and my body does this for me. I'm able to breathe, and I'm able to walk, and I'm able to run, and I'm able to work out and cook and do all these things for myself and for my family. So I have a love and appreciation for my body. I may not like how it looks all the time, especially not, pre-procedure, but I have a deep love and appreciation for my body. And I think that's something that's very important before you even consider doing something like this, because if you don't have a love for your body, you're always going to find something else that you don't like, that you want to change. And, that's no place to be. Because then you're going to feel like maybe you wasted your money because, oh, I should have gotten this done, or this doesn't look exactly right. Like, you can't keep chasing this perfect body or this perfect ideal. Like, I really did this because I wanted to feel comfortable again. I wanted to feel like me again. And this is something that was important to me, to feel those things. So I'm glad I did it. I do feel like a whole new woman. I feel like Michaela again. And my daughter will be 8 next month. So it's been about 8.5 years that I've felt like myself. I definitely want to say to do your research. Make sure that you ask as many questions as you can. I'm always here if you have any questions that you want me to answer. I can maybe just answer in the comments or do another video, either way. And if you're really, really curious, go for a consultation, because they can give you price. They can give you all the information you need when you go in for a consultation. And yeah, again, I'm just so happy that I did this. I am living my life regular 2 months later, and just wearing things now with more confidence and more love and more appreciation for myself and for my body, and for actually taking the step to do something for myself and my confidence. That's it for now. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them in the comments, and I will answer as many as I can, either via video or just respond with text. And I'll do another update at 3 months. I'm going to go to my appointment, and I'll go to that, and we'll talk to the nurse and see how I'm healing. And yeah, I'll take you along on that appointment as well.